Hello.
Hello.
Welcome
Goodbye.
to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ray.
Today is Saturday, June 25th.
Yeah. 2022.
Yes, thank you.
It's June 25th. Is that what you just said?
I just said Saturday.
Yeah, no,
June
I know.
25th.
I didn't process how quickly this month is going by.
And it's 2022. And this is episode 64
Oh, good
of
job.
our little YouTube channel where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, felting now,
It's a
and
thing.
candle making.
Yes.
So, welcome.
Boy, and everything.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
We
So
do a little
welcome
prospecting.
Okay.
We have some prospecting today.
Some mining.
Uh-huh.
So welcome to all the new viewers, and welcome back to all the returning viewers. We appreciate you all being here. I
We
hope you guys
certainly do.
have had a good 2 weeks.
Yes. I think we're going to do a live pretty soon.
Yeah, we will.
We just noticed that we're getting close to, like, what are we at? 14,000
14,000?
subscribers? That's insane. And it's been a while since we've done a live, and we usually like to do them at, like, some milestones and stuff. So stay tuned. We'll probably figure out something, and we'll post it on Instagram and then maybe, like, on a YouTube.
You know what I was thinking
Community
about
thing?
that? What if we just did an episode live?
I like to talk to the people.
I know, but we could kind of do that. We don't have to be... Are you shaking your head now?
I don't know. I like to just hang out and socialize with people, but I get distracted. It's like, I feel like it would be a 4-hour episode.
It would be.
Yeah, because then I would just start chatting, and then I'd forget what I'm showing. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys want to let us know below if you want to do just like a live hangout, or if you want to do like a live episode where we can be
Or live
interactive.
Q&A
Yeah,
type of thing.
the possibilities are endless.
All right. So,
Okay,
let's talk about...
so let's start with let's actually start with our prizes.
Okay.
So we had a
So we're
make
starting
along,
with admin-y stuff.
but not really.
But yeah.
But maybe something different. So we had a knit along that ended in the spring, May
May 31st.
31st.
Yep.
And it was kind of like a make along to finish some things that you've had on your needles, and we forgot to draw winners last time. So we promised that we would draw winners for this podcast, and we did. And we drew 3 winners, one from our FO thread, one from our chatter thread, and one from our Instagram hashtag. And you guys, and we have some amazing prizes that we'll show them real quick too, because it's been a while since we've shown them. And you guys can fast forward if you don't really care, but how fun is it for all these people who have won? And it's fun for us too. So our FO winner is number 110. We had 393 entries on both the FO and the chatter, which was super cool. Like, it matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not the one. This is this. Oh, no. No, it's not. Okay, here it is. I think.
Look, can I...
Hold on. Yes, I have it here. Okay, so it's Labra Knit. They knit this beautiful pattern by Caroline Summerfield called the Oak Leaf and Acorn Shawl. And it is... Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So you're our FO winner. And this is you on
The Ravelry.
the Ravelry. And you are our winner of a wonderful Delaque Makers
Portfolio.
which we have some here, and I'm sure I'll show.
Here's one.
Yeah, there's one. That's actually the same exact one. You'll get it in the olive green. So that'll be going to you. So we just need your name and your mailing address, and you can go ahead and email that to us, or send us a message on Instagram or Ravelry. It's difficult sometimes on Ravelry, but
Yes.
whatever works for you.
Definitely Instagram or email's easier.
Yes. Winner number 2 is from our chatter. That was number 328. So all of you late entries, it does pay to enter whenever. And that is Ali Canali. I'm just making that up. It sounds really cool though. Ali Canali. And Ali Canali. And they knit the Stephen West shawlography with that wonderful border. This is gorgeous. I love your colors.
The colors
it's
are beautiful.
Really, really, really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, super good.
Yeah, that's a great color
Yeah.
choice. Really
And
nice palette.
congratulations, you will win our, also from Delicue, our Maker's bag set. So there are 2 bags in 2 different sizes in here.
I don't have any with me.
I don't have any with me either.
They're
but
both
they're canvas.
they're
wax
wax canvas.
And actually, there's one
yeah,
right
I
over
see
there,
it.
but I can't jump over the table right now. So this will be coming to you as well. So you also send us your name and
Hi, Books.
address. And the last but not least was our Instagram winner. And you are Fireboy Wife. This is you.
I love those.
I
the
love
way
these
that they...
too. And these are vanilla socks with an afterthought heel. She used Yarn Cafe Creations
From Deep Stash.
from her deep stash. And I love the pooling on these.
Yeah. What type of... I'm sorry. In the comments, I thought I saw the heel.
Afterthought heel. So this was a card knitting project.
Nice. Those are beautiful.
Yeah. So, we always encourage people to enter more than one, double dip, triple dip in any of our make-alongs. And looks like this person entered quite a few make-alongs with this on Instagram. A lot of stash busting make-alongs, which was really good.
I don't know.
Congratulations.
Why the dipping reminded me of like Dairy
When you
Queen.
dip, I dip, we dip. Oh, no, not that.
Not that. Dairy Queen, the dipped cones. I used to love
me
dipped in
too.
butterscotch.
I did cherry dip.
Oh, no. I love butterscotch dipped cone.
No, I did cherry dip. And it was
Okay.
good. So please reach out to us, and I'll take your address down, and we'll get those prizes out to you as soon as we can. Oh,
And-
I didn't show you what your prize was.
Oh, yeah.
So you get some yarn from Scout House Yarns. This was sent to us a while ago. It's a 4 minis and a full 100-gram skein of yarn. We'll probably send this out in July, so I was thinking like Christmas in July, because these are some like Christmassy colors. Like red suits you. Actually, the names of the yarn. Messy Christmas, something like that. So you'll have a whole set of fun little minis that you can do whatever you want with
And
them.
a full skein.
And a full skein. And
Nope.
these.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
that.
And you'll get these, we showed these last time, these stitch stoppers, which are so freaking adorable.
Yeah.
These are from Fox and Pine.
No, Fox and Pine.
FoxandPineStitches.com.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll have that
So
listed.
check out their shop because we showed some of their products last
Yeah,
time.
we'll have that link down below.
I'll actually show another one later.
Here they are. Aren't they cute?
I love them.
So, congrats, everyone.
And that's also pretty festive. The
think so,
stars,
too.
4th of July,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Blah,
Look
blah,
at
blah.
that. Covering so many holidays in one
I
episode.
know.
So I
And
guess...
say hello to your husband, who was a firefighter, and thank him for his service.
Yes.
Because that's amazing. My
So-
grandfather and my uncles were retired firefighters.
I don't know that anybody in my family was. Maybe. Maybe my uncle. I don't remember, actually. All right. So, continuing on with, I guess, Amity stuff, we'll just talk about our current knit-along, which is Let's Hear It for the Boys.
Let's hear it for the boys.
So, Let's Hear It for the Boys is just... I always feel weird talking about this one.
So this is on Ravelry and Instagram.
Yes. So, the idea behind this was to expose people to more patterns written for guys. That's why we started this channel, to just bring some more attention to patterns that we like, and hopefully helping you guys find patterns for, anybody in your life. So
Showcase the
we have a Ravelry.
designers and dyers
Yep.
that are...
So we have a Ravelry FO thread, a chatter thread, and then we have a hashtag, which is hashtag NATRBoys2022. So feel free to use that.
And we have quite a few entries. Oh, I think I did this
have
one.
That. No. Oh,
Didn't
no.
I?
That's
no.
similar to a hat that I did.
So this is the Renee hat.
That's pretty.
It's really cool. By Arna and Carlos. Ooh. Knit for her boss, Kevin. So you can enter twice. You certainly can, because the pattern's by Arna and Carlos, and it's for her boss, Kevin.
Yeah, it's... So this runs until when? End of August, right?
Yeah, this runs till August 31st.
And then we have some prizes currently from Les Garçons. We still have to
Yes.
acquire some other ones. I should do that this weekend.
Our local yarn store, our local yarn
yes.
shop wants to donate some prizes too, so we're going to hook up with her and have a little chat and see what we can come up with. We have some things too. We have a male dyer in the household that we might be able to convince to send some yarn.
Yeah.
Some people's ways.
So
So we enter us. enter into the along via Instagram. Hashtag is, did you say it already?
I did.
Good. What Kevin just said.
Yep.
And it's linked down below in our show notes too.
It is. Okay, so that's the many stuff. Let's
I
talk
might
about
have
our
had
last.
a little bit too much coffee today.
I'm only on cup number 3.
I'm on cup number 4.
Okay, let's talk
But
about
I've been up since 5.
our last 2 weeks.
Okay.
So what have we done? So we had this was exciting. We had some friends over the Sunday after our last recording, and it's the first time we've had people over to our house since Tarquin hurt his leg. So it went quite well. He just barked a lot because he wanted company. He wanted people here.
He didn't know how to act in front of people anymore.
No, he's certainly lost his manners.
Totally.
But it was really nice to have people over again. That's, one of the benefits that we have found of having a house is being able to entertain and have people here, and we love doing it. So it was nice to do that. And I made a bruschetta pasta from Pampered Chef, which is so easy and delicious. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely just Google bruschetta pasta Pampered Chef and the recipe will pop up, and it's really simple. You need spaghetti, plum tomatoes, garlic, basil, and chicken stock. That's it. That's all there is. And
we
cheese.
used vegetable stock
because
2 are vegan. So we wanted to it was vegan friendly. And we added some cheese after because I love my cheese and I'm not vegan.
So we did that. We've worked.
Yep. We played
Pride Bingo. We should have worn our Pride shirts today. Why didn't we do that?
I don't know if we were thinking.
No, we weren't. No. Obviously.
Obviously not. Should we go change?
No.
And we'll edit it in?
No.
We won't edit.
No.
So that was fun. We did Pride Bingo with my mom. We went to my mom's house. She did a nice spread of like food and breakfasty foods, and we got to play those games, and we didn't win, but it was okay. There were some really cool winners.
Yeah.
Everybody brought their pride, which was great. And what else did we do? I went to a work thing after work on Thursday, which was actually nice. There were about like 20 of us. They got all the managers together and we all went to a brewery, which was fun, local that I haven't been to before, and had a couple of beers and some appetizers.
And then I've continued on my exploration of candle making. So I wanted to talk about this now because we had a lot of comments after the last episode. Oh. So I've been making candles still. These are, this one's called charcoal tonka.
Delicious. I have no idea what a tonka is.
It's a bean.
Oh, great.
So it's actually called a tonka bean. Mm-hmm. And then this one, I don't have a label on it yet, but this one's fun. So, if you guys were here last week, I talked about this. For my birthday, Ray got me a candle making kit. The kit was purchased from Amazon, and the brand is Hearth and Harbor.
Hearth and Harbor.
And it comes with a 10-pound bag of soy wax, everything you need, but it came with these tins. It came with 2 of these tins and 2 square tins and a bunch of wicks, so you can... this one is, and it's 100% soy, so that's why you see the frosting on here, because that's typical of soy wax. And this one is a cinnamon and vanilla, so it came with dye chips too, so I dyed the wax. But it doesn't come with enough jars to continue using it, so these I've purchased from Candle Science.
Are you going to have these linked down below in our show notes?
Sure. So these are from Candle Science. The tops are from Candle Science. And now the majority of the fragrances I've been getting, I think this one is the Oak Moss and Amber, which is one of my favorites, are from Candle Science.
It's been a lot of fun.
If you prefer something like this, Candle Science has a kit that includes glass jars.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh. And I think you get, I don't know if it's that same size, but you get somewhere between 6 to 12 jars.
That's amazing.
If I'm not mistaken.
The kit that I got, because it was like a beginner kit, obviously, and I wasn't sure if Kevin would continue this. And I should have known a little bit better. But it also came with a little kettle that you can melt the wax in.
Yeah,
like an electric kettle.
Oh, that thing. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Instead of doing like a double boiler if you didn't want to do that or whatever. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun, and the cleanup is a lot easier and it takes up a lot less space than yarn dyeing. So
it really does.
Makes me feel a lot better that there's not stuff everywhere.
And speaking of that, lastly, I mentioned that I was going to have a shop update after the last episode. I did not. Part of the reason is my printer was awful, and I finally got a new printer.
Our label printer.
Our label printer. So it prints the shipping labels, and it prints the yarn tags, or the label that goes on the band for the yarn. And it just wasn't working. It was not printing properly, so I just got a new printer in yesterday. So hopefully I can get that.
And already
done.
It's like...
Oh my, it's so much better. So much better.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been our 2 weeks. So now we could talk about the knitting. I have 3 whips to talk about.
Oh, I have 2 finished objects. One of them is knit. I have 3 whips as well to talk about.
So take it away.
Okay, I'll talk about my first one that's non-knitted. And actually, both of my projects are Pride Month inspired.
Look at you.
Got my little Pride on. So I showed you this, I think last episode or 2 episodes ago, where I had got the kit to make the Pride Gnome from Going Gnome. These kits, I don't know if I've actually ever opened one up to show you all what's in it or how needle felting really works, but they send, all the kits are 100%. They include everything you need except for like a mat to stab it through. I don't have one with me, but there's like a styrofoam type of thing so that you don't, push the needle right through your hand. But it comes with just, pieces of dyed roving, and it comes with some needles, and you just go to town with the instruction book. It's they're all like pictures, which is really nice, but it's not so detailed because they like you to have add your own little personality to it, which I can appreciate. So this is my version, and I think I did a cute job. Hey, right?
Yeah.
He's good. So I made mine a little stouter. I added a little bit of a belly to him there, because that's more real, right? And I did blue eyes. They're still a little big. I could probably do a little bit better with them. I'm sorry, they're purple eyes. The light purple. Sorry. Thanks. Little purple eyes. And he's got a red beard. I was going to do the rainbow beard. I was playing around with that, but they sent this red curly stuff, and I liked it. And I wanted
Yeah, that should be what the beard is.
Yep.
So these are locks.
So mine is different because I added the locks around his head.
Oh yeah.
And I did some hair in the back.
So he's kind of like an Irish Pride gnome.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah, he's a bear. And so I did the rainbow. It was really fun to do. And it was really, really cute, fun to do.
How long would you say it takes you to do this?
This probably took me a day.
Oh.
Right?
Well, not.
I mean, probably.
How many hours?
Oh, I don't know.
Would you say like 4?
4 or 5?
Okay.
6? It all depends on how dense you want it. And like this, I just kept. I wanted to take my time with it because these guys are a little different, but you can feel. Well, you can't, but Kevin can feel like how less dense that one is compared to that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I took my time to try to really get the felting done there. But yeah, that's my guy. Good job. Yeah, little Pride Gnome, and I will admit that I am obsessed now with needle felting. Oh my gosh, I left them downstairs. Somebody actually, we'll talk about it in our acquisitions, but one of you wonderful people actually sent me some needle protectors, leather needle protectors.
Oh yeah.
For the needle felting.
For your fingers, right?
For my fingers. That's what needle. Oh, finger protectors, not needle protectors. Yes. Finger protectors from the needles.
Yes.
But I may have joined Going Gnomes.
I forgot you did that.
Me too, because I should be getting my first one soon. It's a mystery club. So you get some kits, and you don't know what they are going to be, but they sent. If you follow them on Instagram or on their website, you can see kind of like an outline of what what they're going to look like, and there's different like different animals. Let's see if I can pull it up. They just released some. I want to get the dragon for sure. I don't know if they have any more of these. Oh yeah, mystery. They still have some left. So
it's a possum.
Yeah. So this is the mystery club, and they just give you the kind of like the shadow. So you have a possum. There's looks like an anteater.
Yes, that's what
possibly. I know. So this is what sold me on it, because I think there's going to be a very cute sloth, and then like a crow or a duck. That might be a duck. I see the webbed feet.
Yes.
And then also with this, so it's Earth's Fantastic Beasts. It's it's $145. I don't know. It's probably a little pricey, but whatever. So I should also get a bonus kit, which this says this year's bonus kit is a gnome conservationist, needed to help the endangered species.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that could be kind of cute. So I'll get a little gnome and then the creatures that he'll protect. I don't know. But it says, do I have to join as a member? Or can I just join our 3rd annual mystery kit? I'll have to look at this after.
Well, you already joined,
but it says
so
something
it
like
matter.
members will receive, but am I a member? Mystery Kit Club membership. Okay, I'm a member. Anyway, I'm obsessed. Love it. He's cute. He's fantastic. I don't have room for him.
We need a new
anywhere.
shelf. Put him on there.
I'll put him here. You can hang out. All right, so that's my Pride gnome. I did not name him. Peter Pride?
Well, we're thinking he's Irish, right?
I didn't say that he's Irish. You think he's Irish.
I'm
Irish.
I think he's Irish, too. I think you were tapping into your Irish heritage to make that. So I'm thinking his name should be Seamus.
Seamus, the Pride gnome?
Yeah.
Okay. He needs what's that thing called? Not a ukulele. What's the stick called? Shillelagh.
Okay.
He needs a shillelagh.
Make him a shillelagh.
I'll make him a shillelagh.
All right.
I'll grab one from the yard. So that was my FO number 1. It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And now I'm done. I don't have any more needle felting. Kevin does, and if he doesn't start using his kits soon, I will start using them for him.
No.
It's fun.
Negative.
My next project was living in my Pride bag. This was a collab between Naughty Knitting Sacks and Trilogy Yarns. And this was from last year. I had the little rainbow wee-wees. And came with a bunch of minis from Trilogy Yarns. And a pattern. This is a free pattern. We had it linked below from last time. But this is the super simple slip stitch cowl, which is really cute.
Who's it by? What does it say?
It does. I forgot to read it. Carmen L. Wiley. Carmen is knitting. I wonder if that's her handle on Instagram. I should probably check. So here's what I did. Boop, 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 boop. I did it.
Good job.
So I did the cowl. Actually, I had this finished the day after the podcast, I think. And so we brought it over to Pride Bingo. And my mom wore it during Pride Bingo.
That was the same weekend? No. It's 2 separate weekends.
Oh.
Because the day after last episode, everybody came over.
Well, so then my mom wore this during Pride Bingo. The yarn, actually, I don't think I soaked this.
I don't think you did either.
No, I'm a little bit nervous about it bleeding. I think that's what I was saying. So I'm going to need to get those
color catchers. I think you're okay, though. Bleeding will tend to happen more the longer you leave it in the water. If you just do a soak, you only need 10, 15 minutes.
I mean, it's soft
max.
enough as it is. The yarn is Nancy's 80-20 base.
Right, her glamorous?
Her glamorous base. So it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It is super soft already. Like, it feels like it's been washed. But I like the it's pretty large. But I like the little slip stitches there.
Yeah.
It kind of adds just a little bit of an interest when you're doing it. You know what? I did one thing that I did not have enough.
It's right there.
I did not have enough yarn. So this gray here, this is Stormy Weather. And I don't know why we don't have a skein of it here, but I did not have enough of this yarn to do my bind off. So I got to the end, and so just this little bit here, I had to kind of, I mean, you can never, now I'm pointing it out to you, but if I'm wearing it, you would never know.
Yeah.
But I ended up using Knit Pick Stroll in
Heather Gray?
Dove Heather, because I thought it was a close-ish match, you know, as close as I could get. But anyway,
I mean, it did
was,
the job.
it's for like, you know,
20 stitches,
3 inches, 2 inches. So, and that'll just be in the back, no probs. And so yeah, so that's my little pride cowl.
What size needles is that now?
I will tell you all about this. So this is knit using, I think they were US 4s. US 3. US 3.
US 3?
Yep, on a 24-inch circular needle is what I did. I did not measure gauge, but it really is not not a problem for this. And all you need to know is knits and slips. You're good. Super simple. You can do this with so many different colors. Like you definitely don't have to make a rainbow version. You know, if you can make it a lot smaller if you wanted to. But it's a cool pattern to have. I think it would look good in 2 or 3 colors. You can even go, big color blocks if you wanted to. There's 3 there, you can make 3 sections because there's 6 colors in here in between. So if you wanted to do,
you could fade.
Yeah, you could do a whole bunch of stuff, but I love the little slip stitch pattern. I think it was I think it looks good. So,
good job.
Thanks. Those are my FOs. It didn't take long. That was nice TV knitting.
But you also, I think, you focused on it. You wanted to get it done for Pride, so you really focused on that
you're right.
to get it done.
You're right.
Which
you're right.
It's fantastic to have 1,000 projects on the needles, but it's what's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Are we getting a delivery? Are we expecting something?
I'm not expecting any deliveries. But it's really nice to just focus on one and get one done every now and again,
Mm-hmm. I have an issue with monogamous knitting.
No, I think this month or the past 2 months, you've been pretty monogamous with your knitting. Like you've stray here or there, but you've really been focused.
I come home to roost.
For the most part, you've been focusing on the same stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're into whips. Psh. I'll start, I guess.
Yeah, because I've been talking.
Right. So my first one is living in my Lila Styles bag.
I love that bag.
This is a Gryffindor. I do 2. This is the type where you just pull it through. You could walk with it.
It's like a crushed velvet feeling.
And then the inside is stained glass house pictures. So I haven't knit much on this. I cast it on for, I think, that Sunday that we had people over, just so I had something to kind of work on. So I cast...
Even though we didn't do any knitting when they were here.
No, we did. This is where I knit it. You knit some too. You were knitting outside.
I was?
Yes.
Were we drinking?
We drank quite a bit.
Oh, then I don't remember.
Actually, I think I might have been a little hungover on Monday.
Wow.
So I am using the leftover of my spun right round that I showed last week for the dotted rays that I made for my mom's physical therapist. This is the colorway In the Pines. And this is on their...
This is a great color.
Is it? I don't even know. Oh, it's 100% superwash
Classic
merino.
sock.
Classic sock. 100% superwash merino. Here's the color again. So some blues and greens and grays. And I've cast on a sockhead slouch. I'm making the medium size, which is 144 stitches. I am following it, doing the 2x2 rib. I did go down a needle size. I'm using a 2.75 millimeter, not the 3 millimeter that's recommended.
Sometimes it's hard to find a 3 millimeter needle as well.
Well, remember, my issue was, not my issue, is the original one that I knit was too loose for me.
Yeah.
Knit on a 3. I knit one about a month ago on the 2.75 and found the fit much better. Mm-hmm. But part of us feels like maybe I did it on a 2.25. So I'm going to double check just in case. I have to go back and...
Check your notes on Ravelry.
No, actually, maybe it's in my book. Did I write it in here? Let's see.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of, I can actually find out exactly when I finished. Oh, excuse me.
2.75. US 2. 2.75 millimeter.
See, there you go.
Right? I'm just hoping that's the right one. Yeah. Okay. So not much on here. I worked on it for a day. I just needed something small to work on after finishing that dotted race, which will be going to my mother tomorrow. There's not much to say about this. I will not go the full length of the pattern. I think I started decreasing last time when I hit 9 inches instead of 11. And that worked well for me, so I'll do the same thing again. And that is my first whip.
Nice.
Okay, your turn.
My turn. Okay. This is knitting itself. So I'm going to let it be. It's just knitting along. This is being stored in my new favorite bag by Knit for Brains Designs. This is her monthly gnome bag. It's a wireframe bag. They do not last long in her shop. This is Laura from Knit for Brains. She has a podcast, and also you can find her on Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. This has been a lot of fun. She's got some other gnome bags there too, and I love the wireframe bag. Really, really good. This pattern is, I always say it wrong, Melmerby?
Is it Melmerby?
Melmerby? Should be a little bit more prepared sometimes.
What? Actually, glad you did that. I'm going to pull up mine.
Melmerby. I think that's how you say it. By Max the Knitter. It is a beautiful cowl. And it's funny because I go a long time without knitting cowls. Like, cowls isn't something that I usually go and go right to knitting. I feel like it's been a while since I've knit a cowl. And now I just had 2 of them.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while. I do love wearing them, though.
Yeah. So this one's going to be lovely in the wintertime. So this is what I've gotten done so far. This is where I was here.
Oh, nice. You made
so
progress.
I made some progress.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a really nice linen stitch with 3 different color yarns. The inside is going to be all layered with this super soft Syri alpaca, which is really nice. The yarn that I'm using is their British wool. It's British DK. It's 75% BFL, 25% Masham wool, which somebody was telling us is a few of you made some comments that it's a place in the UK.
Yeah, we talked about it last time. Remember, I looked up Masham and we talked about the sheep breeds.
It's a non-superwash, DK weight. This is Moira's Black Rose.
Which makes so much sense.
Totally does. The Surrey is... I think it's Emma's Stone, Surrey, in their Surrey base. So it's 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 26% mulberry silk. It's a lace weight. I didn't think that I would I've been avoiding knitting with mohair or...
Those are 2 different beasts, though.
No, I know. But this also has fluffernutter kind of coming up in your face, So, but it's it's good. It's so soft. So I might be a convert. This one is natural. And lastly is this guy. And
it's 4 colors?
It's 3. Well, the inside. Yeah, it's technically 4 colors. And this one is Cheryl's Coal Gray. And it's great. I've never done the linen stitch before.
It's a beautiful stitch.
My only, and it's just me and my yarn management, is that you have the 3 strands of yarn attached at all times. because you're doing a linen stitch. So you're, each row, you're slipping the yarn and then changing it, and it just goes in a row, which is but it gives you that really, it's so cool. And this is actually, it's going to be double knit basically, because the inside is going to be that Surrey.
Yeah.
But right now it's super drapey. Like it's really a lovely fabric that it creates. And then the inside looked like all like slip stitches.
Yeah, I did.
Isn't that cool? Although you're not going to be able to see the inside, but
a scarf at a Shibui.
Yeah. So I think I'm like halfway done.
Okay.
And then I have to just kind of knit the Surrey. These are knit on US 7, so it goes pretty fast. And then I've gotten into a flow. I didn't think I would be able to get into a flow because you're constantly bringing the yarn in front and then slipping and then bringing it back and knitting, and it's not something that I can just do without looking yet. I'm kind of getting there. But
with slip stitches, you kind of have to pay attention.
Yeah, because I don't want to grab like
and making sure you're moving it
or
the right direction.
Yep. So everything is working out very, very well for me. And I do love. So it came with this cute pin.
Oh, that's a cute place to put it.
Yeah, right. I put it on the little strap here.
Yeah.
And then the bag also came with a cute little stitch marker.
Oh, that's
or progress
adorable.
keeper. Isn't that adorable? So I put it on the zipper pull as well. So this is like my fun thing. And then we have another. That's what we're going to be giving away as part of our prize for Let's Hear It for the Boys. Kit. Is that kit for this cowl? So this is my Let's Hear It for the Boys entry, even though I'm not allowed to enter. But if you would like to enter next year using that yarn, that would be really cool. Or you just do whatever. Thanks. So that's one of my whips.
Okay. So my next whip is living in my Scrappy Angel bag, the Aaron bag. I love the foxes on it.
I love the foxes too. So good.
And this is the Garter Abyss shawl.
Wow, what was that? You're gonna cry?
No. Garter Abyss shawl by Stephen West.
I should pull up my next pattern.
Let me do that. Here it is. So this is knit with 5 colors. I dyed them all.
You are just so fancy.
Which the colors in it are, this is color number 1. This is Asteroid Belt. Color number 2, which is Sunstone.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know you named it Sunstone.
Yeah, I was looking at them the other day.
Are these going to be on sale on your shop?
Color number 3, which is Brown Agate. Color number 5, Fire Pit. And color number 6, Folkstone. That's a lie. I just said 6. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it's a 5-color shawl.
5-color shawl, living like beautifully in here. I did not.
It does live beautifully in there.
Much done on. Am I in the middle of a row?
Probably.
No. Okay. Good job. All right. So this is a really simple garter stitch shawl. I did not get much further. I really want to say I did 4 rows. I just completed. Which side's the front? This side's the front. So I had just...
Oh, I can see where you're starting to fade in.
Yeah, it looks way different on this side.
Yeah.
Like here it's stripy. This side it's actually faded.
Yeah.
So I just got a couple rows in on this.
Mm-hmm.
I am on repeat 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th of 10 repeats. And you're just doing garter stitch and yarn overs. And your yarn overs happen at each of these stitch markers. These here are keeping track of my repeats.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm hopefully we'll be able to get back to this soon because I do enjoy knitting it. It's a lot of stitches.
Yeah.
It is knit on a US 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter. I'm using my Knitter's Pride Mindful Needles on their, and this is the swivel cord.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Chowgu to come out with theirs.
They should be out this, but remember, Chowgu are going to be, from what we remember or know of, 5-inch tips, swivel cord. The needle is wood, and then the tip is going to be metal.
I know. I'm still getting them.
Okay, good. You do you.
You
do you.
I'm gonna.
So yeah, it's hopefully this upcoming 2 weeks I'll be able to make a little more progress on that because it's good TV knitting. With the stitch markers, you don't have to count. I think I'm somewhere in the 300 stitch range, and it goes up to over 1,000 stitches. I know. I think I'm almost at the point where I might switch my cord or add another. I might switch my cord. I don't like adding cord. Sometimes I don't like the join and that extra bump.
Yep.
Which prevents the stitches from just like sliding along. So, yeah. And we forgot to mention is that we do have coupon codes for not Scrappy Angel. Do we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But Lila Styles.
Oh, but we do have coupon codes after.
I know, and Trilogy Yarns. We'll give and Naughty Knitting Sacks. They're all down below in the description. But we'll talk. We go over all of them later. But I meant to say that just so if people don't make it to then, they know.
No, great.
All right, so that was whip number 2 for me.
Okay, my whip number 3 is the project that I've been focusing the most on.
Do you think we did that on purpose? Both of us? I kept my number 3 as the one that I've been knitting on the most.
This is my number 2.
Oh.
Would you like me to wait?
No. Continue.
It was just easier to grab because the other one's in a big giant basket. This is living in my Naughty Knitting Sacks, the Mermen. This is my So Basic sweater by Maxim Sear, Max the Knitter. There it is. Very, very popular sweater. I bound off the ribbing today. We thought I was going to say the sweater. No. I bound off the ribbing this morning.
Well, the body of the sweater.
Yeah, the body is now done. Hot off the presses. Dunzos.
Have you tried it on?
I did.
And?
I love it.
Okay, good.
So, look all. Dun 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 dun.
It's very nice.
Isn't it? Yeah. So the fabric is lovely. Maybe I'll put it on. I'll show you. I think it fits well. I am using, and what a difference like knitting with, this is fingering weight. So what a difference knitting with like fingering weight yarn for a sweater. I love the fabric. It does take forever and a day though to like knit up. But I am using Primrose yarn here in their home house base, which is a 2-ply fingering. It's 50% merino, 50% Shetlands, approximately 400 yards. Hand dyed in York, Pennsylvania, and the colorway is Comet. So there's your information. And this is what I've got so far. So.
Oh, good. So it hits
right?
you
it hits me right like at my upper cheek.
Right where you kind of wanted it.
Right where I wanted it. You know, like here in my pocket. Now I haven't blocked this or anything yet, obviously.
Right, and it won't block too crazy since it's
and I'll wear a shirt underneath it similar to like what I have on now.
Yeah, the fit looks good.
I think it looks good.
Right.
You know, I have to lose some more weight, but I think it looks all right.
Well, you don't have to. You would like to.
I would like to. But yeah. So, thanks. And then you can see the sleeve detail here.
For sure.
And that's going to come down, that's going to come all the way down the arm. So that's next. I'm going to pick up my sleeves and do that next. I love it. I used a US 3 for the ribbing. Same on as the bottom. And a US 4 for the body of the sweater. I cut out about 1 inch of length because the last couple of sweaters, I don't know what it is. I don't like the sweaters coming down super low, and it seems to always happen to me. And so I felt like this one is just, I just want to be, I don't know, I wanted to have like more of a fitted not like a dress looking sweater.
But that's the benefit of knitting your own.
Yeah, you can just change. You can do whatever you
Sweater.
want.
Yeah.
And the pattern calls for a to bind off in pattern. It's a 1x1 rib. So I just did that. I was thinking about doing like a tubular, but with the fingering weight, that's a lot of stitches, and I didn't feel like pulling the yarn all the way.
Oh, you mean it
through like a sewn bind off, like a tubular sewn bind off.
Yeah.
But I think it looks really good. I think that the edge looks really good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, doing a
so
binding off in
pattern.
Yeah, binding off in pattern
recommends. Yeah. So there's some short rows in the like upper back, so that'll help. That'll help with it. I think it fits really well. I'm very, very excited.
Nice.
Remember, I didn't get like gauge fully.
Correct.
So I had just kind of done some math and chose the 42-inch chest, even though or the 41-inch chest, I think it was, whatever was listed in the pattern. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm happy that now I can do the sleeves. It's not going to be TV knitting anymore, because with the sleeves and there's some decreases there, and you're trying to maintain the pattern with your decreases as well. So I can't really go on autopilot because my purl stitch, it might change, when I start decreasing.
It'll be a good morning knit for you. Like when you're having your coffee, listening to a
my book or whatever.
He's sleeping.
Yeah. Except it's hard to see in the morning sometimes because I don't turn on the big light.
Oh, okay.
But that's that. So I was really, really happy that I got the body cast off. I originally cast this on, I think, a while ago for, was it Michael's sweater knit along?
I believe so.
For his birthday?
Maybe in March? March sounds about right.
Well, so I cast it on before the Radari, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I did. So basic, March 1st. Yeah, took me a while, but I stopped working on it for quite a while.
Because you did your Radari.
Mm-hmm.
So you focused on the Radari.
I did the size medium 41.5-inch chest. My gauge was 24 stitches per 30 rounds, equals 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And because the gauge in the pattern was 26 stitches, I was able to do the math and know that the 41.5 was good for my chest circumference, which was 42 when I took the measurement at the time. So, yeah.
Fantastic.
I know. I'm happy with it. I love the color. I think it's going to look good, and I'm going to put the pocket on. But I was saying to Kevin this morning, I'm a little apprehensive now because if I do a leather pocket, after the initial wash and block and then adding the pocket to it, how am I going to be able to do that after? Am I going to have to like how can I soak and like what if I get dirty and like roll around the hay or something and I need to wash it after with the leather? Because you can't get leather wet, right?
It's a fantastic question.
Does anybody know? Let me know. Who are you looking at? What's wrong?
You scratched it.
I scratched it.
Okay.
But that's okay.
All right. So, my next whip.
Has a little personality.
I haven't shown in a while.
Walk
is living
a personality.
in my... This is Creative Mad, right? Bag? Where's the... Isn't it?
Creations Mad?
Yeah. I feel like there's a tag
There's usually a tag on the bottom, I thought.
This is my Harry Potter bag. Some pockets here.
Eddie Potter
and it's
has
drawstring with this extra bit that comes out and makes... Oh, it's right here. No, this is by Yarn Creative.
Oh, yeah, Yarn Creative Australia.
Yarn Creative. Okay. So, last you guys saw this, This is my John sweater. This is a kit that I bought from the Icelandic store.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Lopi pattern. It is knit with... Not Plotalopi, the other one. Let Lopi. And I am knitting the extra large, which is a 42-inch chest. It's 107 centimeters. This is knit using a US 4 and 4.5, I believe.
No. It's worsted weight.
Oh, that's a lie. A 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
So it's a 4mm and a 4.5mm needle. So last you guys saw this, I was working. I just cast on my sleeve and I was on the cuff. So I finished sleeve number 1. I love that. So here I will say this is much more visible further away. These two colors don't seem it here. They are so similar in person.
Yeah, up close. You're right. They like blend into each other.
Yeah, they blend really, really well.
But it's very well defined in like from far away.
You can see it so much better on here.
Yeah.
I did go smaller on the sleeves, the length. So it wanted a total of... Actually, and I made a mistake, which worked to my benefit. So we'll talk about that too. So the sleeves were supposed to be a total of 52 centimeters, and I only did 44. And by mistake, I was doing my increases incorrectly. You're supposed to do your increases every 6th row. I was doing it every 5th. If I had done it correctly, I would have had to go past the 44 centimeters. I only went like 4 extra rows after my last increase. So it worked out really well. It fits. Again, I didn't do a gauge swatch, but it fits very nicely.
Yeah, I like, and it makes a nice fabric. It really does.
And I came up with a number. I tried on Ray's Radari, since it's the same company, same yarn, and he went. I think you did the correct 52 centimeters on yours, or 18 inches.
Yeah.
And it was too long for me. It came to about here. So I took off quite a bit. I believe I should be okay with it. It does come, like, if my arm's straight, it does come, like, right to my, like, armpit. So I think I'm going to be all right.
Which is good, because when you join it in the round there, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and this is a very scratchy yarn. If you don't like scratchy yarn, I don't recommend it for you. It's not as bad to knit with as you would think, feeling it in the ball that it comes in. So, yeah, so that was this. But I also finished the second sleeve. So I have this done. And, again, it's just, I love this.
I do too. It's so good.
Oh, I also did a tubular cast on. The pattern doesn't call for it, but I decided
to be fancy.
Just go with it because I do like a tubular cast on. And for me, I think the more practice I get with it, the easier it will be. It's quite hard for me to do it on a circular needle because the cord and the stitches can twist. So I thought it was just good practice to try. The length on these are the same. So that's good. That's what's great about these little stitch markers.
Yeah.
So, but
wait, there's more.
There's more. I've also been working on the body.
You got a lot done.
So here's the body of the sweater.
Yay.
Again, I did a tubular cast on, which took me a couple tries because my stitches did get twisted, and then I dropped a stitch trying to knit. I have my little fox.
They are so cute. I can't.
Needle stoppers. These are also from Fox and Pine that we showed earlier.
Fox and Pine stitches.
Adorable. So I'm currently at, I believe, 12 inches.
Wow.
For the length of body, I'm going to go, I want to say 15 to 16 inches. So not too much longer before I get to attach the sleeves and then start working on...
It seems like once you attach the sleeves, you go right into the yoke.
Yeah, it looks like I go right into the yoke.
Yep.
Based on what I've seen, I don't work with more than 2 colors at a time, so that's really nice.
There you have 3.
Where?
Is that?
No, that's where the stitches go away.
Yeah. Oh, that's
because
nice.
The decrease.
Mine wasn't like that. Oh, I see.
Because you probably had more colors.
I did.
So you had stuff to like fill it. So yeah.
That's gonna be a really neat sweater when it's done.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the yoke looks. I like the...
Super cool. And this is the same colors, right, on this pattern?
Exact same colors.
Exact same
yes.
ones?
Yeah, it's color... So the colors are black, which is the body, then dark gray, light ash, and ash. And the light ash and ash are
very similar.
Incredibly similar.
But they look very different. Like when you see them.
I'm trying to see if I have both.
There's a nice like blend. It's almost fades up a little bit.
Do I have both in here? I might have my light ash.
Really cool.
So
it reminds me of like ice, like icicles.
So like they're so different here. You can clearly see the difference in the colors, I think. But when you're knitting with them and they're side by side, because you're knitting with this one,
we also don't have like the lights
and this, they're so hard to see because they have the same. The light ash has some of the ash in it. So yeah, that's my John sweater. I'm hoping this weekend that I can get the sleeves attached.
Lovely.
And that is what I've been working on over the last 2 weeks.
That sounds wonderful. I have one more. It's not much progress, but I did pick it up, so I decided to show it because it's been a while since I've worked on it. This is my Brioche Adventure by Jonathan's Hollow. Let me see if I can find the pattern. Shawls. Brioche Adventure. And I did one section. Let's see. I hear noises downstairs.
That was the ice maker.
Oh. Did you use a lot of ice today?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Let me just do this so we don't have things falling all over the place. All right. This is what I have so far done. It's a good amount. I was... Where's my stitch marker? Or my progress keeper? Did it fall off?
Well, it would be on this
side. Here it is. So, thanks. So I was here. So I just did this strip here with the two colors. And I'm using, it's so soft and squishy, guys. I can't even. And it's,
with it being soft and squishy, the amount of yarn, it's got some weight to it too already.
It's going to be very cuddly. So I have, I think 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stripes done, or like little blocks done. And I'm using my Christmas at Hogwarts Advent by Dragon Horde Yarn and Yarn Cafe Creations. And I'm just alternating between each one to create that like contrast. And the last two colors that I did, in case you're paying attention and you're wanting to do the same thing. Who else is doing something with theirs? They're probably finished by now. I think Lisa did something with hers. I can't remember what she did with it. Oh, she did that beautiful Stephen West, Lisa 72 Stitches, did that Stephen West honeycomb, painting honeycombs shawl with that. This I cast on like way. This has been on my needles forever and a day. So the last two that I did was We Fly, of course, and Luna Lovegood. So this is Luna Lovegood here. And then I'm going to be picking up with this like pink color. And that's going to be my next section, my next little contrasty section.
Oh, section 12?
Section 12. There's 24 mini skeins. This thing is going to be gigantic, and it's going to be super long.
How many sections is it? 24?
However many you want.
Oh.
In his sample, like what he's showing, it's 18. It's like 18 skeins or 18 mini skeins, 15 to 18. And I'm on 10. So I'm not even halfway done yet, and it's pretty large already.
Well, if he did 15 to 18 sections or mini skeins.
It's mini skeins.
How many sections did he do though?
Because you're using too many. 19 probably.
You're using too many skeins per section.
Yeah, but they alternate. Right, so my contrast color becomes my main color in the next section. So you're really only using, 1.5 per section. It's not 2 individual ones per section, like new ones or whatever. But I think it's cool though. I love the concept and I love the color. This is just gonna be a giant like scarf type of thing.
Like a wrap.
I'm gonna wrap it around myself a bunch of times.
Like an adventurous.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's kind of like an adventurous wrap.
Like a brioche adventure.
Wrap.
Oh my gosh. It's not called the wrap. All right. So that's it. I didn't do much, but I wanted to show at least that a little bit, and I forgot how much fun the brioche is. And this is what I'm doing with my leftovers. Just kind of throwing them in here. Because I have a little bit left over that we can add it to a blanket or something. But if I ever decide to start a blanket.
Oh, I keep thinking about it.
No, I just have, look at all of these that I still have to do.
But
that's so much. I can stop it whenever. Maybe I'll do a second project with the rest, because that's a lot. Or maybe I'll just keep going. It'll be like a year-long project. I'll treat it like a blanket. So Brioche Adventure, Jonathan Tallow. He does a lot of really cool brioche designs. I also have this this shawl in here too. I'll show you the name, but that's how it looks. So it's a little bit.
It's brioche also, right?
Yeah, totally. This one here.
I bought a pattern recently. What did I buy? I bought a hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I got.
I think that's all my FOs. Yeah, done. That's a wrap.
I bought this. This is a new pattern from
Hi, sweetheart. What you doing?
Blue Sky Fibers. It's called this Salish cap. It is meant to be knit with woolen folk. That's a lie.
Woolen folk?
No. It's a Woolstock light. And it's meant to marl the 2 fingering weight yarns together.
Well, that's really pretty.
So this is it's just a nice ribbed hat. Yeah. So I think it was
There's 2 different versions, it looks like.
I think it was $3. No, because his is folded over.
Yeah. Cool.
And I like the pattern, my favorite hat. Jared? The Jared cap? Is that it? Do I have it here? I don't have it here. I haven't knit it in a while. But remember I knit one from Blue Sky Fibers. It's fingering weight, 5 rows of twisted rib, and then just some knitting, and I really, really loved it. So I figured I'd buy that.
I don't know if it was Jared.
I'm going to have to figure it out.
Jericho?
No, it's definitely not a Jericho. Who's Jericho? Isn't Jericho Jem's like mom or the machine, the thingamajigger? And is Jericho? Or is it Jem Jericho?
Whatever. Jericho's a place.
No, but I'm saying it's the last name of a character.
Oh yeah.
Or it is a character.
It probably is
from somewhere.
Sure. Well, that's all the crafty things. Next on the agenda, as whatever we want it to be.
Next on the agenda,
we'll talk about. We have some owl posts and some breaking the bank, and we have what we're reading and we're watching. We have some more chitter chatter probably. We have some more admin-y things. So if you're not interested in all of that, thank you for stopping by. We love you. Goodbye. If you want to hang out, hang out. Hopefully most of you hang out.
Lyle
cap.
So
yeah, I've knitted a Lyle cap as well.
Is this a fingering weight?
I thought it was DK.
Yeah, it is DK because I used Into the World.
Into the Woods.
Yes.
Into the woods and out of the woods.
So, all right. Owl post.
Breaking the bank.
No, I'll post first, then Breaking the Bank.
Okay.
So this we received from Tizzy Quilts and Crafts. That is their name on Etsy and Instagram.
It's Louise.
Louise. Does that name always make you think of
Jen? Her middle name is Louise.
I know, but when I hear the first name Louise, I go straight to Teen Witch.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait for Halloween time.
It's already on. You could watch Teen Witch.
Yeah, but it
today.
doesn't feel the same.
I know, it doesn't.
No.
So we received, each of us received a bag, and then we received one for...
Look how cute!
Right? Star Wars bags, drawstring.
I love it.
Yeah, I love the cords on these. They're kind of like, almost like...
shoelacy?
Yes.
But thicker, like.
Yes. Yeah. Very good call on that.
Like nylon.
Yeah.
Right? Cotton nylon, cotton, right. Whatever that, that ropey material is.
No, it's not that. I know what you're... paracord?
No, it's not paracord.
Right.
No. It's like a shoelace.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are... and then you have some...
Super cute. I love the bobbleheads on this.
I know. They remind me of Pops, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this one for a giveaway. This one's so pretty.
Oh,
the
it's
butterflies.
so pretty.
And this has a little progress keeper on it. It's like a polymer clay one. And then, so you have the butterflies, and then it's a box bottom with some flowers.
Is it a box bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you very much. And definitely go check out Tizzy's Quilts and Crafts on Etsy and Instagram. We will have that linked down below as well.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of that, you know what we did forget to do? Coupon codes.
That's what I said, but you were distracted. I have to sneeze.
Bless you. And we have... can you get the one that we didn't put in last time that they sent us a message about, please? All right, so coupon codes. Naughty Knitting Sacks on Etsy, and the code is PricklePants15 for 15% off your order. Then we have Trilogy Yarns, which is trilogyarn.com. Code is NATR15 for 15% off anything excluding her clubs and her kits. Knit Swag, both Etsy and her own website, and the code is Kevin and Ray. That gets you 15% off your order. Lila Styles, who has their own website. Code is LoveNATR10 for 10% off your order. Then we have Always Queenie Believe, which is on Etsy, and that is 9-inch Cirque for 20% off. Katie Did Bags on Etsy. The code is Kevin and Ray for 10% off your order. Scrappy Angel, their website, it's NATR Fan 10 for 10% off your order. Then we have Jesselyn Janice on Etsy. Code is Ready15 for 15% off your order. That's a limited code. It's good until August 1st. And then you have one as well.
Stitchy Squid on Etsy. We forgot to mention this last time, and really sorry. We showed these amazing like stitch markers. I'll show you. So Stitchy Squid on Etsy. The code is Tarquin15 for 15% off. And these are the stitch markers and stuff. And we showed these.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
How great.
I forgot.
I'm so sorry. We totally forgot.
But what we're going to do, we talked about this because it is a lot of coupon codes.
Stitch markers and progress keepers.
And
it's all
in a
linked
case
down
like
below
this,
as well.
we forget.
Yeah.
We're going to create a post on Ravelry that just sits at the top of our Ravelry group with coupon codes where we can go back and edit them. So all the current codes are there. And if you have a code that you want to use too or throw out, feel free to throw in comments.
On Ravelry, not on YouTube.
Yeah, no, please. On Ravelry, we're going to get a thread up today that has our coupon codes in it and links to the shop. So
we have a lot to do today.
We do. So it will live there, and then we can edit them as codes expire or they change.
Okay. And if Ravelry is not accessible to you, you can check our show notes down below, and those are always kept up to date for each most recent episode.
Correct.
I just was looking on Instagram and I totally forgot. July 1st, which is only a few days away, is early access to tickets for Woolen Folk. So be sure to check that out. We'll be over at Woolen Folk taking part in some podcaster fun and like meet and greets and like photo ops, and I have no idea why people would want to take a picture with us, but whatever. But we would love to take a picture with you. And so we're going to be, we'll be over there on Woolen Folk, which is so weird. Isn't that weird?
It is.
But
we will be there.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun.
We still have to meet the dog walker.
We do.
Or not walker, sitter.
No, I know what you
dog
meant.
sitter.
Kristen is her name.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, do we have more Owl Post?
Yeah. So,
duh.
You all have been amazing. We were talking about, I think for the past like couple of months now, talking about some donations that we were accepting at the hospital that I work at, which is part of a larger health system. And we were collecting knit goods for oncology patients and some geriatric population. And then some of you have even sent us some things for like newborns. So we have a newborn ICU at the one of the hospitals in our system that we've been sending those to. So I can't thank you all enough for your donations. It's been really, really nice. One of you actually donated some yarn to us along with those donations to the hospital. So I will show that now, which is really cool. And I always forget to see if it's okay to like mention your names, but you know who you are, and you're not doing it for the shout out. So
I know, and I actually said to Ray, this individual, I want to reach out to them because they included some shawls that are huge and they're beautiful. So I need to get the name of them because I think it would be I want the pattern name because it would be fun to knit. I actually have another pattern that I'm going to buy of a shawl that I saw recently that I'm going to knit.
What is it?
I was watching Chronicles of Yarnia.
See, for all of you people that hang out, you learn some things.
I was watching that last night before you got home from work.
Chronicles of Narnia?
Yarnia. The
podcast.
Podcast. They have a store in Montclair, New Jersey.
Yep.
It's not in my library because I didn't buy it yet. It is in my queue. So I purchased... It's going to be on page 4 of my queue. Oh, okay. So the Outstranding shawl, because mine go in reverse.
Is that the knit-along that they're doing?
I think they did it with Knitting Natty and it completed. So
Oh, that's neat.
It's a mosaic shawl.
Just towards the bottom.
The bottom, there's a mosaic section.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this one looks like it has a bunch of colors, but you could do some different colors in it. And I thought it was really, really interesting. And there's some seed stitch in here, too, if I remember them saying that. So I thought that would be a fun pattern to try out.
Yeah.
And it's a pattern by Christy Archer, and I haven't knit a Christy Archer design before, so it's always fun to find and knit something from a new designer that you haven't knit from before.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
So, this yarn is, this was all donated to us, and they said that we can use it ourselves, or that we can give it away to. So I'm not sure. Oh, she's also the one who sent the finger covers for needle felt.
Finger protectors.
Finger protectors.
Yes.
So some of this might be actually used for knitting for our niece and soon to be second niece as well. But anyway, I'll show you. We've never used any of this yarn before. These are all new to us dyers. This feels so super soft. This looks like a collaboration between the Grocery Girls and Hugh Loco. It's called Tightly Knit.
I love some Hugh Loco.
Me too. It's Big Sister, Little Sister, inspired by
Grocery Girls.
Yep, the Grocery Girls. Mix and match. It's the Glitz sock set, 75 superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% gold stellina. But I don't see any sparkle in this.
That is not for the niece, though, because this next one has some cash in it.
I don't see sparkle in this one. Do you guys? It's a little stellina.
Which one has it?
I don't know. Oh, maybe this is just the spun sock set.
Yes.
Because that is an 80-10-10. That's why it's so damn soft. 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon.
That's not going to the niece.
No, this is going to me. So that's cool. Thank you so much.
This would be a good shawl.
Yeah.
You know what this be good as? It's my go-to 2-color shawl. This is a good pure joy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
This as start with the main. This is your stripes and that final section at the bottom.
What
This
a great idea.
Great pure joy.
Yeah. This is Clark and Ellie, out of Ohio.
I've never heard of Clark and Ellie.
Nor have I. This is called Georgia. We're podcasting.
Oh my gosh, how funny!
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Next is the Cozy Knitter. This is cute. Princess Party. That Reese would probably love. Oh, Reese is not really well, maybe. This looks like cake, doesn't it? The colors.
It reminds me of a cupcake for some reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I've never tried the Cozy Knitter before. Fingering weight 80% superwash, 20% nylon.
That could be
Look at these. Oh my god. Is this self-striping? Yeah, this is from Yarn Enabler. This one's 80% superwash, 20% nylon. This is a sock set.
It looks like it would be self-striping.
It does, doesn't it? Does anybody know if the Yarn Enabler is self-striping? Because that would be really cool. I love it.
Why do I feel like I know this person's name too? Like I know the name
Me too.
Yarn Enabler, but I don't know the name, you know?
I know. It's called the Big M. I wonder what that means.
I feel like it's sports related, so I'm going with it's not Michigan. Because Michigan State's green.
I don't know.
Michigan's blue and gold.
They're Yarn Enabler on Etsy, so we can go definitely check them out. This maybe was part of a kit or something. This is also Yarn Enabler. It's got a main skein, and then it's got a whole bunch of these look like little baby minis, like 10 grams.
Those are probably
5
10
grams or something like that.
I would say 10 and then 20 grams. 2 10s and 2 20s.
So this is a sock set. Maybe you can do heels, toes, and cuffs.
Oh, that's
You know what I'm
really
saying?
freaking smart.
Because they're small, so maybe these will be the cuffs, and then these will be the heels and toes.
And these would micro stripe your minis.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Right? Cuffs by themselves. 'Cause it's small. It's the smallest amount. And then heels and toes.
Maybe.
Right?
Fun.
But it doesn't have a name on it or anything like that, so I'm not quite sure. But thank you so much for sending this our way. How fun, huh? I can't get over how freaking soft that Hugh Loco and other one was.
Yeah.
The cashmere. So that is Owl Post.
All right, and then
I have one breaking the bank.
I have one breaking the bank that's not knitting related.
Do you want to do the knitting related one first? Or do you want to break it up with what you got
Here, we'll break it up.
in your bouquet?
Right. This I think is good.
Hey, we're going to have a short episode today.
I know. All right, so this is a TikTok purchase, but it was also kind of a birthday gift to myself, especially after going to Elephant Trunk. Right, so we went to Elephant Trunk a couple weeks ago, and there are a lot of people there who were selling gemstones or crystals, and I've loved them since I was a kid. I remember my grandma buying me a book with them all.
Yeah.
And my mom used to have a tent at art and craft shows, so we would go pretty much from Connecticut up to New Hampshire, any place in between, and do them. And I would always go to a booth that had crystals. So I saw this on Etsy. This is called Declan's Mining Co. So this bucket gets filled with sand and gems and blah, 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 blah. So this still has some sand in it. I still have to actually, no, this is all little bits. That's little stones. But this is what came in it. Oh.
Filled with sand.
Filled with sand and all of these rocks. Here's some. This is some citron. This is some rose quartz. All different sizes.
And it's fun as you're digging through and sifting through it. You're finding these little
You can get
stones.
like
and
here's
things.
this beast.
Pretty.
Right. So it was just kind of fun.
Some are polished, some are not.
Yep. Here's some like a little tiger's eye.
We were saying that this would be a lot of fun for like kids.
Yeah.
You know, you get a bucket and let them kind of like play with the shovel and like a little screen or something you can get to like see what they can find.
Yeah. Here's another like this is I think unpolished tiger's eye.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I literally spent just some time in the kitchen going through all of these. There's some huge pieces of stone in here. And then if you like too, there's stuff that you could add on. Like you can add on like a crystal skull in a
That's fun.
give you like a random one. So there's a bunch of add-ons that you can get to it.
Like a diamonds.
You could get like I think a whole bunch of stuff, but it was just a nice little time. I think it was maybe like $50 with shipping, and
this is heavy.
it is. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's way more than I had thought would.
Yeah, you definitely
arrive.
need to wash.
Yeah, I have to just rinse it off one more time.
And what are you gonna do with these headstones?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just wanted to buy some.
Okay. Cool.
So that was my only purchase outside of candles stuff
Cool. What is that?
for the past 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, like you could get arrowheads. You can get shark's teeth. So it's just really random, and
Yeah,
it
you can,
comes with a card that shows you what type of stones
Each are.
they are, and there's probably I think 20 different types that you can get, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought it was a nice little.
It is fun.
And
That's
Declan,
cool.
I think they started the business. He was like 9 or 11, when they started it. So, so I thought it was just like a nice way to support a kid who has a business too.
That was really cool.
And that's all I bought.
And this is part of my another club that I swore I wouldn't join any more clubs. But this is the Star Wars Club. It is by Lolo did it. And you all should have received this because I feel like I've had this for a little while now. And this is here it is. It's called It's a Trap. It's a Trap. You know that guy? Forgot what his name is.
Oh,
Oh, Akbar. Duh.
Right?
Yeah. So this is 85% extra fine superwash merino, 15% nylon. So if you Google him and you look at this, it's really, really close to what he looks like.
Yeah.
So I have 2 so far. I'm not sure where my other one is. Probably up there somewhere. Or maybe that's it right there. I think that might be it. I don't want to knock this all out. And that might be it. But I don't want to pull it all out. It's so I'm not sure. I might do something with all 4 skeins. Just not sure what. So like these 2 might be fun together. But anyway, that's that. And I'll get another one the second week of July, which is the week of the 11th. I'm on PTO that week. And second week in August. And then I'll get like a little gift, which is fun. Yeah.
All right. And then, so now we're going to jump into what we've been watching. We finished Schitt's Creek, y'all.
We cried.
There were tears. Yes.
I cried quite a bit.
For the last 3 episodes, there were tears. It's so good.
It's so good.
I mean...
Are you sure we didn't finish it before?
No, we didn't. We didn't
talk about this?
I don't think so. I really don't think we did. I feel like we finished it 2 weeks ago. That night.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe we're wrong.
Well, it's worth talking about again. It's an incredible show. The first season, we talked about, like, the first season you have to just get through.
Yeah. I'm trying to think now when we finished it.
Doesn't matter. It's a wonderful show. Because I feel like we've said that Patrick and David are my favorite couple of all time. Them. Yeah. I love them so much.
I don't know if they're my favorite all time on television.
They are my favorite all time.
I mean, there's Buffy and Angel.
No. They had too
Meredith
much drama.
and Derek.
No. I liked that there wasn't, like, deep drama in there. You know?
No, there wasn't.
And so that was nice for me. Meredith and Derek was pretty good, but there was a lot of no, they're my favorite couple, feel good couple.
What else have we watched? So we've been watching Ms. Marvel, Camila
Khan.
Khan.
I love it.
I love that show.
They do such a great job, I think, with that show. And we talked about this before. Like, there's so many little hidden things, and they're very clever with how they're sharing like text messages like on screen that like incorporating the background. I love it. Obviously her ethnicity plays a role in this, which is really great to see her being like a superhero in that community, and you're learning a little bit about it.
Yeah,
which was really neat because in my world religions class what did I take last semester? Not world religion. It was oh my gosh.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Something about religion. I took a religion class last
semester.
I can't remember the name of it. But we learned a little bit about that culture and like the jinn and stuff, which I won't spoil anything, but like they talk a little bit about in this last episode. And so we are all caught up with that. I love it. I think it's really good. She's adorable.
Yeah, she's great. She's such a likable.
Her friend is extremely likable, and you really can't help but feel for him.
I know. What else have we watched? Oh, last night we watched Doctor Strange
and the mysterious multiverse or something.
Multiverse of Madness.
It
was good. It was long. It felt like there were parts that were long.
Because don't get us wrong, like some of the Avenger movies are quite long, 2.5 hours long.
This was not my favorite Marvel movie by any means, but I liked where it just opened up doors for stuff. I feel like it was a setup for more things.
Yeah,
but it was.
I feel like I liked Doctor Strange in the first standalone movie, and I liked him in the Avengers. But I did not care for him so much in the Spider-Man movie. And I don't think I cared for him in anything else.
I liked him in this. I feel like he's been humanized a bit. He was, especially in the first one, he was really selfish.
I know, but I liked that transition, like watching him go from...
He was too much like Tony Stark for me. And the other, Yeah, sure. And the other ones, like... And maybe you need a Tony Stark type of presence in these movies to anchor everybody else. But I liked him in here. I liked America Chavez.
I liked her in lot.
This as well. So that's another interesting opening, a door opening.
And they kind of closed the chapter of the Scarlet Witch.
I don't want
kind of came to.
I don't want that to be over. I feel like this is a false.
I don't think it's like I don't think that's over. I think that we're going to transition now.
Oh, I see.
I think she's gotten through what she needed to get through.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think that's all we watched. Right? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And reading. I finished 2 books.
Congrats.
Thank you. The first book I finished. Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. So this book is a male-male romance. The 2 characters are the president's son, Alex, right? And the prince. I forget his name already.
I bet if you read the
details.
The deets.
So this... so it's the Prince of Wales, president's son. I loved every minute of this book. I remember staying up quite late to finish the last about 2.5 hours of it. Let's see, what are their names? Alex and...
You'll remember it when you...
I know, as soon as we end.
But anyway, you have Alex.
Yeah. So Alex is the main character. This is happening at the time of his mom is the president of the United States. So first female president. He is half American and half Mexican. So that plays a huge part into this. Their exchange is fantastic. There's email exchanges between the two of them, which are some of my favorite reads. They take a page, it's pages of email exchanges. This is also becoming a movie. They've cast a bunch of the characters.
That's fun.
Really excited for that. I enjoyed it. I cried a little bit at the end
you
reading.
Did?
I laughed out. Well, not like cried, but teary-eyed. It made me laugh out loud, which doesn't happen often when like reading a book where I'm actually laughing while I'm reading in bed. I loved the two of them. I love the journey of them, the struggle that they kind of go through with being in the public's eye and wondering how people are going to perceive them after some things come out about them, and how they handle the pressure of being at that celebrity status.
Sure.
And I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Good.
So that was my first finish. And then my second finish I finished last night.
Yeah.
It is called White Trash Warlock.
I love the name.
This is a male paranormal book by David R. Slayton. As of right now, it's 2 books in the series. So the main character here, Adam, has a little bit of magic. He has sight. What's kind of different different about this book from other books that I've read in that urban fantasy genre is he can see mystical creatures across the veil. There's like just a veil, so he uses his sight and he can see beyond it. He can also like travel between the two, and there's watchtowers in the region, and a certain race are the masters of that watchtower for this current point in time. And there's a lot of family drama. Him and his family, they don't have a great relationship. Some messed up stuff happened, so it's not all like happy stuff. And there is a spirit who kind of has overtaken Denver,
Colorado.
Yeah. So, and the reason it's called White Trash Warlock is because he's from a trailer park in Oklahoma. He's tracking a warlock, which he believes but is unsure that it's his father. And so a lot of the book has to do with the family drama. There are, as Lisa would say, there's no naughty bits in this.
That was really cute.
I know. I love it. I'm going to use it all the time because I thought it was really adorable. Cute. No naughty bits in it. There's.
I don't understand how she got through my whores book.
The court of Whores and Roses.
Because didn't she read that?
I don't know if she did.
I thought she did. Maybe not.
So I'm gonna read the second book in this series. I liked it. I enjoy the world building in it. Magic's different. It's based on kind of life. So people or races that are immortal have more magic because they've lived longer.
Okay. So you get stronger as you age?
Yeah, there was a really good historical section in here where they talked about elves and humans working together when I don't want to say the beginning of time, but kind of like back then. And how they've changed a bit. So yeah, that's what I've read.
I finished one one reading book. Does that make, I don't know how to say it.
One book that you've read.
One book that I've read and 2 that I've listened to.
There you go.
The first one that I talked about this last time. This is The New Witch by Nancy Smith Gibson. I gave it 2 stars.
Isn't that awful when that happens?
Did not like this book at all. I really felt like it was a waste of my time. I hate to say it. I get where the author was what she was trying to do. It was just too saccharinized, if that makes sense. It was too sweet, too everything lined up perfectly. It was But like, not like, oh, what a happy story. It was like, that is not in the slightest believable at all. You know, who comes into town, you realize, oh my gosh,
I remember
you're long
now.
lost.
I remember now.
This, and let's go out to dinner now, we're best friends, and I love you, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, you've known each other for like 10 minutes. And like, it was just too, it did not do this for me. You know? It was just like, ugh. I thought I had high hopes for this because I love like the history of New Orleans and like that, you know, the witchy history of New Orleans, and because of Anne Rice.
Right, you're
obviously.
not going to find that type
I
of
know.
detail.
But there was that, you know, I thought they were going to bring some of that because they were talking about like hoodoo, you know, versus like voodoo and like all of that. And I was like, oh, this might be kind of cool. And this, you know, the premise is that this woman takes over her, you know, finds out that she's her great aunt's like executor of her will, and she inherits this like magic shop and some property down in New Orleans. And, you know, it's her learning about her dead great aunt while learning of like having like some sort of powers that she's trying to figure out through learning what her aunt's like, going through her journals and all of those things. And I was like, oh, this sounds really cool, like coming into her power, you know, whatever. It was not like that. It fell very short. I didn't give it 1 star. I did give it 2. There were also a lot of errors in the Kindle version of this book.
I'm glad you said that.
And I went through and I tried to send the updates like you were showing me. To send, like, you know, if you notice something wrong in like the e-version of these books, you can send a little thing like what it should be. There were just so many. I had to stop doing it. I couldn't get into the book. I'm so sorry. If any of you have read this and liked it, please let me know. Because maybe I missed something, but I didn't care for that one too much at all.
You mentioning that in the White Trash Warlock, there were definitely some errors in there too. I think I reported maybe 4 or 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. Like, it's no big deal. Like, it definitely happens.
Right.
But it's
an
if
extra
there's
word.
A couple
typically.
here or there, it's not distracting. But if the more that there are, obviously, the more distracting it is, and you just can't get past it.
I know, because you go back and you read it again, and you're like, wait, did I just read that sentence wrong?
Yeah.
And then you read it, and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And it's again, and then I typically report it just to make sure I'm not going nuts.
However, my anger certainly did not last, because the book that completely ended up getting 5 stars from me was Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And I know that we talked about this, and I think in the last podcast how much I loved this book. This is Project Hail Mary. I read what book did I read of Andy Weir's before this? He's the one that also did The Martian, you know? I didn't read that one. Maybe I will go back and read that. I absolutely loved this book, and it was an audiobook. I can't remember right now who the narrator was for it.
The previous one was Rosario Dawson.
Right, but no, this was a male. Let me see if I can find it, because I think I did this via Audible. Oh yeah, Project Hail Mary. So go here. By Ray Porter. He did a fantastic job. There's some parts in this book, because I don't want to give it away. I think you all should read this. This is definitely one of my, I would say, my top 5 recommendations for this year so far, and that you all should read. Actually, you should listen to. I think you should listen to this one, because there's parts of this book that happen that you can really appreciate the audio to, and that they assign sounds to. It's really, really well done. Very, very well done. The premise of this book is there's a threat to Earth, and the world needs to come together and work together to figure out how best to help the planet and The main character is Earth's last hope and finds himself all alone, really, really far away from Earth. And the way that the author builds on him, he wakes up with like amnesia. And the way that the author builds his memories back together is so well done. And it's also a very smart book in that, like, smart person's book, in that, like, they talk a lot about science and they do, like, maths in their head. I really like that stuff where you can appreciate, like, oh, the speed of light times this, that, and the other thing means this. So, of course, I'm going to do this way. And it's like humorous the way that it's so complex, like math and science, but told in a way that makes it really, really funny. A lot of laughs in this one. Some like I don't think I cried on this one at all. I was very upset that it ended, not upset with the way that it ended. I thought it ended beautifully. Really feel good book. Loved it. It was fantastic. The next book I actually just finished this morning that I read. I actually borrowed it from the library because I don't know if we talked about this, but we got library cards.
We did.
We didn't get the physical cards yet. We still have to go to the library and get them. But we took out. I downloaded the Libby app, and I started listening to Early Riser by Jasper Fford. This book I gave 4 stars to. I thought it was excellent as well, but not like superb. Really interesting concept where it's like a alternate version of the world, but the Earth is still like in an ice age.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have like modern humans that have very similar things happened and very similar like artists, like The Sound of Music plays a big part in this, and like Rodgers and Hammerstein, and you hear about stories and years and places that are all very similar to like where our reality, except this is in the Ice Age, and humans have to hibernate for 3 months out of the 3 or 4 months out of the year.
I would love to do that.
Right? Because the winters are just so cold, and that's how they've just evolved. So there are mammoths that still like walk the earth, and you have to eat so much so that you can pack on the pounds so that you can get through your hibernation. Which
I do that anyways without hibernation.
Get behind. And the idea is that you don't want to dream while you're hibernating because they find that it burns too many calories. So there's a new drug that they've created. I guess it's been around for a while, but this is the drug that they talk about. It's called Morphinox. It's a drug that prevents you from dreaming so that you have a very peaceful hibernation and you burn less calories and you wake up and you're good to go. However, one of the side effects from Morphinox is that it sometimes turns people into zombies who, not your typical like Night of the Living Dead zombies, but zombies where you can't really function. They just kind of walk and like meander. They don't do anything. They can't talk. Some of them do have special skills and talents that they just repeat over and over and over again, like play an instrument. And those can be repurposed, those people, to be like to do simple tasks like open doors or things like that. Or they part out these zombies and say, if you get frostbite of your right finger and it falls off, then you can use they harvest the zombies to give you a new finger. Okay. So this is like their economy kind of thing there. It's really interesting because there's also a faction of dreamers who believe in dreaming and that it's important. And there's this concept now of a viral dream. So some people in this section have been experiencing the same dream. And our main character has just joined the pretty much like winter police force, which while everybody else is hibernating, this police force is awake during the wintertime to try to keep order and keep people safe and blah, 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 blah. So he is now thrown into this Sector 12, which will hit all of those, they address each one of those things. There's also this Wintervolk, which are like creatures of the wintertime in the snow, which is kind of like fables. Nobody knows if they're real or not. It's very well done. The author is very has a cool sense of humor. There's a lot of sarcasm in here and jokes, and it was really neat learning about their world without like them explaining like compared to our reality, this is what happens in this reality. Like they just talk about it, and you're just like, oh my god, did I just hear that right? So I thought it was good. It was a really interesting book.
Well done.
Thanks. I am reading another book right now called The Priory of the Orange Tree. And I'm only 18% into that book, and I did borrow that from Libby as well, which I'm not going to ever finish that in 6 days. But I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to show it, the cover, but I can't really, so it doesn't really matter. But The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. It's an epic book. It's like a million pages, 24 hours to read, I guess. And I'm loving every minute of it. But I won't go into too much detail because I don't really know what's going on just yet. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to borrow it from somewhere else. And I've been talking for a long time, so I apologize. I love the audiobooks. I really do.
Not
and
to
I
me.
love the reading.
I do not. I like to.
I get so
read a
sucked
book.
in. I love people telling me stories. Tell me a story.
I have a story that you have to go to Target.
I don't want to go to Target.
You have to go to Target.
So tomorrow is my mom's birthday, so it would be great if all of you can wish my mother a happy birthday. If you follow her on Instagram, shoot her a little bit of a message there. Send her a message here because I think she does read some of our comments too, which is interesting. And so I just want to say happy birthday, Mom. I love you. And she'll be 25 tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, and I think that's all we have this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for sticking around this long, y'all.
Woo.
We will be back in
2
weeks. So until then, hope you guys have a good fortnight.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.